apologize. Good morning to you all. Ladies and gentlemen. எங்கள் தமிழ்நாடு சிஎம் சொல்கிற மாதிரி நான் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு குட்டி கதை சொல்ல போகிறேன். I'm going to tell you a short story about resilience, togetherness, and how we can solve problems if we stay together. So this is the model inclusive initiative to disease solving. You all know the story about how fantastic Indian seafood exports is. You look at the figures, we have hit again yet another year of fantastic success. 67% of which comes from shrimp. Frozen shrimp contributes 40% by volume and 67% by value. So it's the most important commodity, traded from India in terms of seafood. It supports thousands of livelihoods across the coastal districts of most underdeveloped coastal districts of the entire country. And now all that is good. All this was formed how? Because of all of us here. It's an inclusive way which the entire aquaculture sector came together and had this fantastic success. But yet, the story is, today the farmers are not at all happy. Every farmer is crying silently because there is so much of distress in his life, on her life, on a day-to-day basis. So when we talk about blue economy, usually, what do we talk about? We talk about production, investments, productivity, increasing exports, bringing in more investments, those kind of things. We talk about all these kind of things, which is very important. But what's more important? What more important is the sustainability of the production, which means the producer. So that is something which most of us do not openly talk about, or it's not properly addressed. So why are we talking about the sustainability of the producer and not the produce? Because without the producer, obviously, you're not going to have the kind of production which you want to export and make money out of. So what are these problems that we are talking about? Shrimp farming, as you all know, has a lot of problems, diseases mostly. There are many diseases for which we already have the solutions. In terms of biosecurity protocols and how to manage these things. But this past 2 years, the industry is facing a very acute crisis. Acute crisis of a new syndrome called the running mortality syndrome, which of late has become more aggressive. We are terming it as the aggressive running mortality syndrome, which means the farmers are not able to take their crops beyond 70 or 80 days. The onset of the disease is there. We have still not figured out what the disease is. The etiology is still not known. And farmers are, again, like I said, quietly suffering. So they have figured out a way to adopt around this. They're stocking more and pulling out in smaller sizes. That would reflect in the MPEDA's figures. We say that our volumes are going up, but the values are coming down because our sizes are coming down. And this is because of premature harvesting, which is happening in the farms. So all these things put together is what is causing the acute crisis within the farming systems. Farmers are not happy. And so what do we do about it? Before we go to what do we do about it, let's take a look at the slide. All of us have plenty of experience in aquaculture, particularly shrimp farming. You would know that diseases have been the single most destroying factor of every leader in the globe. Starting from China, Taiwan lost out because when we all started in the early 90s, most of the technology came from Taiwan because they got it from Japan and they brought it to us in India. What happened to Taiwan now? After some time, when the white spot disease was so prevalent, Taiwan completely disappeared out of the shrimp farming sector. They're doing a lot of other fishes, marine fishes, but shrimp, no. Then China. Then Thailand and Vietnam, what happened to them? EMS and EHB hit them so badly that they have not recovered. At one time, there were 6 lakh tons of Thailand was our hero. We used to go to Thailand and learn everything and come back. But now where is Thailand? 1.5 lakh tons and they're not able to come back. So every time there is some new disease which is hitting each and every country, and that has been the downfall. Not low prices, not low productivity. Diseases. If you don't catch the disease and solve the diseases for the farming community, you will have a complete breakdown of the entire farming system, which means entire trade also. Yeah, so I've given you the bad picture. Now we have 2 options. Yeah, disease is there. What do? We are farmers. We can't do anything about it. We quietly sit and suffer. We hope that some institution will figure out something. they'll hope that they will find out something for us, or alternately, we could approach them and work together with them. So that's what we did. We decided we will go to the institutions and we'll talk to them and see how we can work together and solve this problem. So in this picture, you will see right in the middle is Dr. Kuldeep. He is director of SEBA, and our principal investigator Satish is there, and myself and our other advisors in this whole program. We formed this collaboration along with the SEBA, and of course RGCA came in subsequently. So this is what we did. We formed this collaborative shrimp disease investigation program called COSDIP, where we brought in all these institutions together. We are the leaders from farmers. We took the leadership because the biggest issue for a research institution to do some research on on any issue is that continuous samples for them is the biggest problem. They will not be able to procure continuous samples because farmers will give them samples, and after some time when they want more samples, farmers already harvested. And they want data from throughout the production cycle. So that's when we said, okay, we will pitch in and we will do that part. We will take care of how to organize the farmers and give you the samples. So then SEBA came in. Then we approached director, MPEDA, Dr. Ramohan is here. He then spoke to the chairman, and they brought RGCA also in here, or Dr. Kandan is here. And then we also wanted an international collaboration, so we reached out to Dr. Arun from Arizona University, a good friend of mine. So Arun also came on board. And how do we do all these things without money? And that's when the industry people got together and they said, yes, if you're doing this, we will put in our money behind you. We'll go ahead. That's how this whole collaborative shrimp disease investigation program came into play. So this story is all about how collaboratively, if we get together, we will be able to solve even the most complex problems. Complex, particularly which diseases is the most complex problem, because you have already seen diseases has been the causative factor of many countries falling down. So then we formed this Shrimp Health Alliance. You'll see the project partners. 8 partners are there. Its beauty is that all the 8 partners are here. The leads of all the 8 partners here within this hall itself. You have our secretary, CAA. He is one of us. Aisha is here, represented by Ravi. Head of Aisha is here. Head of SAP is here. MPEDA is represented. RGCA is here. Aisha is here. Sorry, NFDB is here. Seafood Exporters Association usually do not associate with production. They also managed to support us. They said, yes, if farmers are doing this, we'll support. So we also have the Seafood Exporters Association. So all the national organizations within this ecosystem, all the 8 partners have come together to join this program. And then, of course, money is very important to run a program. So what did SEBA do? SEBA Director Kuldeep is just retired a couple of days back. I wish he was here. He's a very good friend of mine and such a motivator he was. He said, okay, you guys take care of your money part, we will take care of our money part. So then that's how the program started. RGCA got money from their parent company, MPEDA, parent organization, MPEDA. And for us farmers, I can't go back to the farmers and ask money. So I reached out to all my friends. These are all companies, heads of who are all close friends of mine. We reached out to them. They all put money. This is just a small list, initial list. Now the list has gone beyond 50. Again, Kalraj is here, Ravi is here. All of them put money behind this institution, behind this effort to solve a problem which, if it is left unsolved, they realize if you leave it unsolved, this is going to be a catastrophe. So then, how do we do collaboration? This is what you'll see collaboration in the field. You've seen on the bottom right slide is the Arizona University, Arun and Hungmai are there on the field. We went to Bhimaram to collect samples. And then we collect samples from Nagapatnam. That's the SEBA team with us, the young scientists who have been deployed in SEBA. Through the program, we have deployed people in SEBA to work with on this particular disease program. And we occasionally have online meetings with our international collaborators and national collaborators also to ensure that the program is running very smoothly with the right kind of guidance. So, I've told you the story. This is how we have to move forward. We very strongly feel it's time we can't keep working in silos anymore. We have to start working together. And if we start working together, these are all the problems which we can start working on. One of the investigation programs that we are already doing, the hope is to expand this program in a later stage. Not just now, we are targeted investigation that we are doing because there is a particular disease which is bothering the farmers a lot. Once that will be solved, I think our team is here. Head of aquatic animal also, Dr. Shekhar is also here, Anand is here. They are working very hard. They will solve it very soon. They are at the cusp of finishing this. Once that is done, then we'll figure out protocols as to how to manage it. Moving forward, it can't be just left as an investigation then drop it. It has to be a surveillance. Okay, Government of India is already doing it, but this will be a more focused surveillance for shrimp farm from aquaculture, because this is one of the most valuable commodities going out of India from in terms of fisheries exports. So we have to expand the program to cover the larger areas to ensure the problems are caught at the early stage, not after it is creating havoc. And then you could do indigenous species development. This morning also we had a discussion on that. We have to start looking at our Indicus program. Then we can do genetic improvement programs is one of the very important things. They need field level data. What is happening to the genetics in the field? That data has to go back to them. Only through collaborative programs like this, we can ensure quality data goes back to them. Then we have domestic market develop again. It can't be, no, exporters can't do it by themselves, farmers can't do it. Again, we all have to get together and do it. So these are all the programs which we feel collaboration can help us a lot. Food safety, food authority, I mean the food safety of the produce that we send out of the country. There has to be a holistic approach to it, and that will happen only when everybody gets together and believe in each other and have those things. So this whole thing has been possible only because of the kind of mutual respect and the mutual trust we created between the various players in the system, because earlier farmers were very cut away from the institutions, and institutions could not interact directly. Then hatcheries were operating on their own, exporters were operating on their own. Now this, we have brought everybody together to create an ecosystem where we work together towards a single goal. The goal being sustaining and strengthening the farming system, and that has happened purely because of the mutual respect and the mutual trust we have created out of this thing. So that's done. Fine. Initially we started it. We all put small money into it and started. Now this has to go on into a larger program, right? It has to continue for years. Then we came up with the solution that we'll have a Section 8 not-for-profit organization. We've launched the Shrimp Health Foundation. As the tagline says, it's very simple. It is enabling predictable crops. Predictability is the single most non-available entity in the farming system right now, because as I am talking to you right now, just 5 minutes back I got a message from my farm saying one of my ponds is diseased, they are harvesting right now. That is a level of unpredictability that the farming system is working right now. So our hope and our aim is to have predictable crops for the farmers in future. How do we do it? Through disease management, through disease investigation, and figuring out how to manage and how to give solutions for the farmers. This was established by the Prawn Farmers Federation of India. We welcome for you to talk to us. Hope to look forward to working with you all. Please fund us. And now, this is not a program which we just started. Already 10 months done. We have got various recognition, and we've been cited in very good places. First, we were called to speak at the World Aquaculture Society, which happened in Hyderabad, and then we were invited to the Global Shrimp Global Shrimp Forum in Penang. SIACO organized it. Various publications, local and international, have talked about us, and now MPEDA has given us an opportunity to talk at this fantastic program. So again, I want to talk to you, leave a takeaway message from you. What is the larger lesson from the whole thing? The larger lesson is that collaboration is not a one program thing. We can't work in silos. That's what I keep repeating. I want to leave this message with you. We have to stop working in silos. It is high time that we all got together and started working together. And when we start working together, a lot more can be achieved than by just working in silos. Collaboration must become the focal point of blue economy, and funding should be from Government of India. Right now, MPEDA is funding the program. They have not received any special money from any other thing. NFDB is there, but we have still not received any money. It was Dr. Ram Mohan who insisted that no, we will start the program, we will put money behind it. SEBA has put their own money behind it. They have not received any external funding from this, meaning from DOF or anybody else. And farmers, we have put money, not our money, their money, industry money. We have put, all of us from the industry put our money into it. So when we talk about collaborative programs like this, special, special schemes have to be brought out to support these kind of collaborative programs to solve complex problems, because aquaculture is getting more and more complex. Without collaborative effort, we will not be able to. We don't have the kind of money which Norwegians have, but at least we have the people and the brains and the tenacity to work together. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you, MPEDA, once again, Dr. Ram. Thank you so much.